Kia ora and hello from Cheeky Badger, and we're continuing on from where we left off. You can see that's a lovely sunset there and a field full of bales. So it's the last day of September. I think it's time that we moved on. So we'll sleep through the night and then see what's available for us to do in October. And how has everyone's day been today? I hope you've all had a great day. We've had a busy day here, and yeah, looks like we've woken up to a bit of rain. But rain won't hurt anyone. Especially not our silage bales. So how we are for silage bales being... let's have a look here. I think we want to go into there. Yep, so we've still got some grass left. And we've got some silage. So some of the bales have fermented. $171,313 so far. And we've still got more grass to ferment. So not quite ready to go yet, but that's okay. So maybe we can check what's available in the contracts. We've got one cultivating. So let's borrow that. Oh, we've got one baling. That was don't think we're ready to bale yet. Bit wet. Let's do a cultivating contract.
Let's head off to the dealership, pick up the tractor, and see if we can make a little bit of money. So it was interesting, I was watching Big Daddy's show just before I started streaming, and he was talking about modders and how there's a small number in the community that treat the modders with disrespect, basically. And I hope I came across as being fair in my map tour last night. I just had a hang up about the map and felt like I needed to mention it, that was all. But I do have the utmost respect for modders. They do put a lot of work into it. In fact, I was listening to Big Daddy interview Cavalier Roy, and he's a really nice guy. Good morning, Klaus, how are you? Welcome to the stream, glad you could make it. Just talking about Cavalier Roy in Riverview, and the interview he had with Big Daddy. Apparently that map had been around since the very early stages of Farming Simulator. I think it might have been Farming Simulator 15. So it's certainly been around a long time. Hello, rocket scientist. Glad you could make it to the stream. Cavalier Roy's been around for a long time modding. Riverview was a great map. It just doesn't fit with me for the reasons I'd stated before. But he's done a really good job of updating a map that is so old into the modern standards of FS25. So we've finally done our baling of our big field. Got a huge number of bales, just waiting for it to ferment. And we're going to go and do a cultivating contract while we wait. Klaus, I was talking about Riverview by Cavalier Roy. It was released only a few days ago. I did a map discovery video last night on it if you want to have a look at it later on. It is a good map. I've been playing around with displaying the chat on the stream. It's because I do a vertical stream. I ended up having two chats and people on two different streams talking to me, and it probably sounded a bit funny. Talking to you and Klaus, and people on the vertical stream can't see that chat when you replay it, so I thought I'd record the chat so that it made a bit more sense in the replay. I'm not talking to phantom people. Yes, Riverview is a good map. You know, he's done a fantastic job to get the productions, you know, the modern productions going in it, and that sort of thing. My only hang up, and it's, you know, it's a me thing, is it's the abrupt changes in elevation. The fields will be quite flat, and then will suddenly you'll just have a sheer cliff face on the side of the field. Yeah, edges of the map are well done, but it's just the abrupt changes. It just doesn't feel 100% natural to me. But you know, that doesn't change the way the game plays. It's all there. Actually, I think Riverview, Big Daddy had a interview with him today, and on his channel, and I think he said it was from FS15, so it's been around for a long time. But I remember first seeing it on FS17. Oh well, you had a lot of snow in Australia, hail in Australia. Yeah, I actually remember a few years ago there was a major hailstorm and a lot of cars got damaged. So hopefully it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it is a large map for one player. You do spend a lot of time travelling. You definitely spend a lot of time travelling, class. But there was that interesting field with the trees in the middle. It was just screaming for a homestead to be put in, so I just had to go for it. Oh wow, yep, flooding, slight flooding, eh? Yeah. Yeah, class. I do remember it being on FS17 as well. I remember playing it around about the same time as Mercury Farms. And having the same conclusion that the sheer cliff faces just didn't fit me. Where are we? Oh, completely lost. Completely the wrong way. Yeah, there was some definitely some great mods. Alien Jim really pushed the boundary in his mods. You know, having the sheds that you brought flat packed and pressed a button and you see it all built up. I do miss some of his maps, and I hope he releases a few for FS25, especially with the buildable sheds and homes that you can do now. You can definitely take that concept a lot further. So yeah, he definitely came up with some ideas that farming that Giants really took on board as well. What really struck me was his Mercury farm map. It might have been a bit smaller because it didn't go right out to the edges, but the fact that you got to the boundary of his map and look out and still see fields and all that, I really loved that map, and that was the first mod map I played in FS17 after spending so much time on Gold Valley. And yeah, I really like his maps. Yeah, and Cavalier Roy gave a nod to Alien Jim for that as well, and said that he wouldn't do a map like that because he felt Alien Jim had really, marked out his niche for that. And yeah, I respected him for that. That was because a lot of people have copied it. Lone Creek, I'm trying to remember that map. May have played it, but I can't recall. Yeah, I'm not very good with Giants the editor anyway. Yeah, I don't even think I've ever downloaded it. So I do feel a bit underqualified to be passing judgment in a map review. Well, I can only do it from a player's perspective. I think you can download it from the Giants website. They have a link there to the Giants editor. I think you may have to sign up to create an account to get it, but it doesn't cost anything. I've got a private mod I made that was the same as the animal watering mod that came out in FS22, which was basically just a big silo with, you know, 1 billion litres of water, so, you know, it was never gonna run out in a gameplay. So I basically converted the Giant's water barrel and just filled it up with water. But I don't want to release it because it is a complete rip-off of another modder's mod, and I'm hoping he'll release the same one again so that I can start using his one officially. But if it seems to be taking a while, I might put it up on my GitHub page. I've got one I created a while ago. Yeah, the old mods for the old games. Yeah, I've probably still got quite a few on my PC. I think I've still got FS17 loaded, FS19, FS22. But yeah, it's funny, even with the problems that we've had with FS25, I haven't really wanted to go back to FS22. I'm definitely enjoying FS25, you know, with the extra graphics, the water physics and that sort of thing. There's a YouTuber called Why Not Gaming, and he's sort of only got a PS4 at the moment, and so he's only doing FS22 videos. But what was really great was the American community got together, the farming simulator community, and actually raised enough money to give him a PS5. He's had some hard times lately apparently, so you know, people just thought he was worthy of it, and you know, I think that's great. It shows how good the farming simulator community is, and you know, the majority of people are really great. But as Big Daddy was talking about just before I started streaming, there is a small number of selfish people that, you know, think they're owed mods and complain when the mods aren't what they want. So yeah, there are some bad eggs, but you know, the majority of people in the farm sim is really good. Hey, Big Daddy, how's it going? We were just talking about you and you know, what you were discussing in your stream just before with the modding community, and you know how it's generally pretty good, but there's a few bad eggs, unfortunately. Glad you could make it to the stream. Your ears must have been burning. Yeah, no, I appreciate your comments that you were making on there. It is so true. You know, we don't deserve the mods that we get, and the modders do a fantastic job. And I enjoyed your interview with Cavalier Roy. That was really good. Yeah, that could be good, Rocket, to archive those mods, because yeah, Giants as a business, they're not going to be able to keep the old stuff forever, so that could be good. Oh, thanks for joining. I do appreciate it. Yeah, Rocket, I've seen a lot of games come and go. I had a really good EA game back in the days of DOS called Wings of Glory. And it was about a World War One. It was basically a story about a World War One pilot. And it was really well written. It was back when EA was actually really good. And I miss playing that game. It was just an awesome game. But, you know, systems moved on. Graphics have definitely got way better. But sometimes the storylines just aren't there in the new games. Yeah, I could tell you had a blast interviewing him. I was able to catch some of it live while I was at work, and it was really good. He's a really nice guy, Cavalier Roy. Yeah, that small amount in the community, like you say, can really ruin it for everyone, because, you know, the modders just they just having a bad day, and they have a bad community member, and yeah, it's understandable. Sometimes they probably just want to call it quits and go, you know, why do I bother? And yeah, it is a loss for the whole modding community. Yeah, I think the servers probably would cost Giants money, because they have the facility to connect and show them that they're available to connect to, so that is probably why I can remember in Flight Simulator 10 or X, they were doing multiplayer through GameSpy, and eventually GameSpy just said, nah, we're not doing it anymore. And it was a shame, because I used to do a lot of flight simming, and there was a nice crowd that would fly the DC3s through the Canadian Rockies, and that was a nice weekend flight. Yeah, I agree with that, Big Daddy, that you know, we need to let the modders know that we do appreciate their mods. And if you've got some criticism, it should be constructive. There should be a reason why you're criticizing the mod. Yeah, I guess it's the numbers there, Rocket. Yeah, if people aren't on the servers, then it's probably not a lot of sense in keeping the servers running, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I agree, and you know, I'll have to admit I did a map tour on Riverview, and I hope I handled it okay, because I did mention that for me the abrupt changes in the terrain with the cliffs, yeah, the tall cliffs and the flat fields, just didn't fit well with me, but other than that, you know, the map was absolutely stunning. Yeah, he'd done so well to bring it into FS25 standards, and you know, I was really sure to stress that and say that there was absolutely no game breaker happening, except for maybe the crash that happened first thing, but I think that was because I had mods installed, so I think there's some sort of mod conflict with that. But other than that, yeah, it's still a good map. It just doesn't fit with me, unfortunately. Okay then, hang on, I'll see if I can do that. Here we go, is that better? Yeah, I'd like to think that I handled that one okay. I was, yeah, it was a map tour that I wasn't looking forward to, because I knew I was going to have to say something like that, and I have a lot of respect for the modders, and yeah, I don't really want to say anything negative about them at all. But yeah, I've also got to be true to myself. I was sort of brought up with the, you know, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. But that's a bit difficult if you're doing that too, as people are, you know, trusting you to help them make a decision, because, you know, at the end of the day, we are absolutely blessed with so many different maps and all that sometimes it's just too hard to play them all. You have to make a choice as to what's going to suit your play style. And you know, I quite often relied on map tours to help me decide whether that map was going to be a good map for me to play on or not. So yeah, we just have so many different mods, and we're being flooded at the moment. There's always that small drought just as the new game comes out, but then suddenly we just get a whole heap of mods arrive. And I think, like a lot of people, I am looking forward to Maypole. Yeah, most mods are definitely well made nowadays. You know, I don't think we've really had a bad mod yet, really. Except for maybe the one I made. But that's why it's a private mod and will probably never see the light of day. I just wanted something to water the animals instead of having to take a big tanker to them all the time. Yeah, completely understandable. I know it's a bad time for you guys in the States, so I appreciate you staying up that little bit later just to pop in and say hi. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate the videos that you make. I'm glad I discovered your channel. It's definitely been a fantastic channel to go to, and recommend it to anyone. But thank you, and you have a good morning over there, and I hope you get a good sleep, and I hope you don't have to work too hard tomorrow. Funny, I've got that mod, the weather mod, and they reckon they've changed the physics on the tyres. Oh, thank you, Big Daddy. I appreciate that. That's absolutely awesome. You have a good evening. Yeah, I think that mod has definitely changed the physics for the wheels. They feel like they're slipping a bit more. I don't have the same grip because of the wet weather. So, yeah, it's interesting. Yep. See you, Rocket. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. You have a good evening. And I hope that hail storm's all over for you, mate. Ah, sorry. You're being polite to BDD. Yep, you're more than welcome to hang around, Rocket. Still getting used to these chat protocols. Yeah, do you get a chance to actually watch any of Big Daddy's streams at all, Rocket, or...? Oh, that is amazing how that mud is just stuck in the treads. You know, we didn't have that before. Sometimes it's just nice to stop and just admire what giants have done. And yeah, I still hear people say, oh, it's just a reskin of 22. It's like, no, it's not. The graphics may not be, you know, stunningly different, but the underlying engine is definitely been improved. Yeah, I'd recommend him if you know, if you're looking for someone that does regular interviews with other, you know, community streamers and modders and that sort of thing. He's a really good person to watch some of his streams. A lot of them are more American based, but you know, Cavalier Roy is definitely not American, so he is reaching out. Okay, so I think we need to collect that contract. Yeah, lots of round bailing. Yeah, maybe we'll do another. I've done a lot of bailing lately, so another cultivating one would be good. If I was clever, I'd probably try and pick up another cultivating contract. Because you can use the borrowed equipment for other contracts. Yeah, I watch it a bit of Kirim when I get a chance to. 3Js and Nacho. Don't think I've watched their streams at all. Are they mainly Farm Simulator or do they do other games? Well, I appreciate you picking me up as one of your regulars. Thank you for that. As you can see, this is why it's illegal to text and drive in a lot of countries now. As you can see by me trying to read the chat and drive at the same time. Haven't hit a tree yet. Okay, so yeah, I sort of limit myself to just farming simulator streams and all that at the moment. I've picked up a couple of your ones as well, because I know you and that sort of thing, but yeah, I've sort of, ever since I've got FS17, I've sort of been hooked on farming simulator. Yeah, I found I'm getting to know a lot more people in the community as well. Yeah, I initially was just limiting myself to, yeah, the big ones, DJ, CLEP, Farm Sim Guy, Argsy, because he's a fellow Kiwi. But yeah, I'm definitely discovering a few more streamers that are doing a great job, and you know, they're out there entertaining people every day sometimes. There's that ice cream van again, but he never stops. Uggsy Gaming, he does a bit with the Farm Sim Guy. He actually just put out a really good one for Calmsden Farm today, where he's doing a farm manager and using a lot of course play to manage. He did quite well with that one. Yeah, I can put it in the chat if you like. That's what happens. I send it by chat here, it goes through to my other two chats and then gets sent back to here. Looks like I've got a stutter. I remember spraying this field not that long ago, to be honest. It was definitely a bit quicker spraying. Yeah, I was watching someone say, you know, the more videos you have, the better your chances are of, you know, getting found and people starting to check your back collection. Yeah, he was saying that if you only make one video per month, then that's only 12 chances a year that someone will find you. Whereas if you make one a week, that's 52 chances that someone will find you. So yeah, I'm lucky I can stream. I find that easier than making videos. I have got a video series. You may have seen it in the new Frontier Forestry map. And you know, I can sort of speed things up a little bit with it and that sort of thing. But I still prefer streaming and you know, just gameplay, just relaxing. Editing the videos isn't much fun. especially if you're trying to get your head around something like DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, you're able to record the lunar lander or something like that. It could, yeah, people could be interested in some of those retro games. Yeah, I decided, you know, I was spending hours and hours just relaxing on this game, so I just wanted to, yeah, I thought, well, why don't I just share it with people as well? And, you know, if I get viewers, I get viewers, and I've been overwhelmed with how many people are viewing. And I enjoy the interaction with the people in the chat. It's good. Makes playing just that little bit more entertaining. Actually, a tutorial for that would be good, because I'll be honest, I would have to look up how to do it, so most of my information comes from tutorial videos, so if you know how to do it, definitely put it up there, and you know, I think people will definitely be interested in finding out. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have nostalgia for games like that and think, man, I wouldn't mind having a little blat on that. Yeah, thank you, Klaus. I enjoy you popping into the streams and being here as well. Yeah, Daggerwin, yeah, he started off the first storytelling, and yeah, he did a good job. I think Scroft has maybe toppled him as the storytelling king. Scroft just really knows how to tell a story. If you want a good soap opera that's more, you know, more real to life, then The Farmhand by Scroft is a good one to watch. Yeah, I've got Elite Dangerous. I did have a period where I was having a blat on it, and you know, I was doing okay, but farm sim dragged me back, unfortunately. Yeah, Rock, I'm sort of the same. Took me a bit of playing around to get the chat working, but I got there in the end, and I think it's looking okay. Is it still... am I still losing a bit on the edges? Yeah, I remember Daggerwin with his Latin series, and he did really well with that. Yeah, I recall him mentioning that in one of his farm simulator videos, that he had that channel, and I have watched a few of them, but I haven't been hooked on them the same. But yeah, I think Daggerwin may have been the first one to maybe incorporate 2 or 3 maps into a video. You know, he'd travel from one map and go to another map just for the change of scenery. I remember him doing that. Yeah, I have to say, Daggerwin was one of the most unluckiest guys around. He'd only just get on his feet, and then suddenly a disaster would happen and he'd end up with nothing again. I think that happened to him about 3 times. Marty T, I don't think I've heard of him. Sounds like he lives in an awesome part of the country, that's for sure. It's a nice area around there. Might still be able to get FS17 on Steam. I'd have to look that up, yeah. He fixes old tractors. That would be awesome to watch. We've got a museum near here called MOTAT, or the Museum of Transport and Technology, and they've got an old steam water pump. It used to be the city water supply, and just seeing it move, yeah, they're works of art. Yeah, cultivating definitely makes a change from doing baling all the time. I will do, Klaus, I will do. It's changed a bit since then, hasn't it? You know, they've definitely... when I first started, you couldn't land on planets, but then they brought that in. I think I brought the game hoping it'd be a bit like Freelancer. I don't know if you've ever played Freelancer. It sort of was story driven and had a really good story to it. Yeah, Wing Commander. I played Privateer, which was the sort of freelancer offshoot of Wing Commander. Enjoyed that. You know, I enjoyed Elite Dangerous, but unfortunately, Farm Sim just keeps dragging me back. Yes, Flight Sim. Been a little while since I've been on there, but yeah, I probably should get back onto it again. Do some flights in the DC3. Yeah, Rocket. Yeah, the reason why I made a cutout was to hide the room. But yeah, I managed to pick up a good light box at a reasonable price, and it helps with the lighting, gives it more flat lighting than if you look at some of my earlier streams. The shadows and all that, because I was just relying on an overhead light bulb, so it gives more of a flat look. Yeah, I wasn't too sure about putting my face on the screen, but you know, I thought, yeah, a lot of YouTubers do it, and I think in some ways it maybe creates a bit more trust in the viewers if they can, you know, sort of see that, yeah, the guy behind the wheel is you know, uglier than they are. Yeah, I don't think I could get my pilot's license. I don't think my eyesight is good enough for to pass the test for it. And I spend most of my money on farm sim and computers, so I don't have a lot left over for flying, unfortunately. Real flying, just flight simming. Oh, that's awesome, Klaus. Now, what aircraft do you normally fly? I remember seeing a joke where a stewardess is saying, "Our pilots have taken sick. Does anyone know how to do flight sim?" Normally I wouldn't say this, Rocket, but we need some rain here at the moment. Can you send a little bit over? Not too much though, just a little bit. Yeah, my eyesight problem is a bit more than just glasses. I don't have 3D vision, so I'm not sure if that's the disqualifying factor for flying or not. Oh, nice there, Klaus. Yeah. Could zip along there quite quickly from A to B. It looks like I might have to play around with my chat a little bit. It still looks like it's cutting off the very edges, so I'll have to see what's happening there. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? You know, I guess in Europe too, you need to take into account that there's a portion of the year where you wouldn't be doing much flying anyway in the winter time. So, yeah, renting could be worthwhile. I suppose 87 would probably be about the right price with the exchange rate and all that. 45 euro. Okay, how do we get up to that one? Okay. Up there, and then... Easy to get lost on this map. Oh wow, Klaus, that's an accomplishment. 14. You definitely thought flying was more important than driving. Sounds like a good plan, Rocket. Sounds like a good plan. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Helps if you put the cultivator down. And of course, when you're streaming, you can't cut that out. Few undulations in this field makes it interesting. Oh, I'm just going to go and grab a drink. Be back very soon. Yeah, didn't have to go far. And guess who didn't put the cultivator down again? Must have been thinking too much about my water. Yeah, it'd be alright if you could cultivate at that speed all the time. Yes, definitely. Guided steering is awesome. Don't read text messages and drive either when you're on the road. You might end up in a tree. I like the way the screen that's attached to the seat moves independently to the screen that's attached on the pillar. It's quite a neat bit of animation, I think. Yep, no problem, Klaus. No problem. Yeah, that's cool. You didn't miss much, Rocket. Just, I managed to remember to put the plough down. Or the cultivator. Be technical. Definitely wouldn't want to be doing this field with an underpowered machine. Right, wonder how silage veils are going. Okay, looks like they're all ready to be taken to the sell point. Guess what I'll be doing in the next stream. I'm thinking at the moment I've got it on easy. Maybe I should up the ante a little bit and maybe put it on normal or even hard. Just don't want it to move along too slowly, that's all. I've been looking at finding a way to make Calmsden a little bit different to what everyone else is doing. I'm going to wait for the update, which hopefully won't be too far away. But I'm thinking of building a farm up in Calmsden and just doing something a bit different that way. I might even stream myself building the farm. That could be an interesting stream. maybe a few restarts needed. Yeah, welcome back Rocket, and welcome back Klaus. Nothing interesting happened while you were away. Cultivator went down. I cultivated. I think that's what I like about this game, is it's just relaxing. I used to play, still sort of play Euro Truck Simulator as well. For that reason too, it's just relaxing. But I think Farm Simulator has the advantage in that you have a variety of different jobs you can do, a variety of different equipment, whereas in Euro Truck Simulator you've just got the truck. But this traveling around the roads in Europe in the truck simulator, that's some beautiful scenery around there. But definitely more variety in Farm Simulator. That view is stunning. Sorry, you had to take a screenshot. Yeah, I like doing that too. Sometimes I find existing farms can be just a little bit stifling. You just not quite what you want to do with it. I usually find most of my gameplays I end up defaulting back to starting from scratch and working my way up to buying a farm and then, you know, becoming a successful farmer. It was funny, I always had a story in my head. And so I thought, well, why don't I stream and then I can get the story out of my head and share it with other people. That's something I'm working on. I have got a Discord server, but I haven't opened it to the public yet. Yeah, there's all the little finicky things you have to do, like you know, get people to agree that they're going to be nice to each other and that sort of thing. It's a shame we have to do that, but yeah, I think you've got to. So I'm working on that one. There is nothing wrong with your English writing, Klaus. You're as good at writing English as I am, and I grew up speaking the language. So yeah, you shouldn't be ashamed of it at all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay at home tomorrow. Got someone changing a gas meter over, so I might have a look at the Discord server again and see if we can get one going. I'll try and get these chat messages working properly too, instead of cutting them off on the edges. Yep, seeing you guys have asked, I'll definitely give it some priority and try and get one up and running. I've been thinking of starting a Facebook page too. Do you guys use Facebook? Is it worth doing? Yeah, fair enough for that. I don't blame you. I've got a personal one, and yeah, I haven't been on it for ages. Yeah, it's probably a good thing to do. Social media is can be rather annoying at times. Yeah, I sort of feel like with a lot of these things, if they're providing a free service, what are they getting from you? You know, all your information, all your likes and dislikes, so that they can bombard you with ads. Build up a database of you. one more headland after this one, and then we can call it a night, I think. Yeah, hopefully we'll finish this headland soon and then call it a night, and next time around I'll be taking some bales in and making a little bit of money, which I'll then go and spend straight away. I think I'll pick up a new tractor and maybe lease a plough. You know, I can start ploughing up the field. Okay, I think we're all done. Okay, so there's not a track down here. Thought there might have been a track, but there isn't. I was going to use that new finance mod, but it conflicts a little bit with universal auto load. The universal auto load doesn't have a dialog box in the buy screen if you've got the finance mod activated. We'll go this way, I think. So I'm sort of torn because I like the universal auto load as well, so not sure if that can be remedied or not, because it might be that they've run out of room. Actually, I might go on to the Universal Autoloads GitHub page and just let them know if that hasn't already been raised as an issue. There's sort of no direct way to get back to the dealership. which I probably shouldn't be on the road with my full lights on. Here we go. Right. Well, that was convenient, parked under a light nicely. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night there. Thank you guys so much for watching and for chatting in the chat room there. It certainly makes the gameplay a lot more interesting to be talking with someone as well. Do appreciate it. Hope you've enjoyed it. Mainly just doing a bit of cultivating, but it was a bit different to normal grass work that I seem to like doing all the time. So we'll call it a night there in the game and call it a night in real life as well. Thank you so much for being here. Do appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. And if you're one of the new ones here, appreciate a subscription as well. That'd be great. Just hit the subscribe button, no cost to you. Feel free to share this video with any friends that you think might like it. Yeah, once again, thank you so much for joining. And until next time, see ya.